You are listening to WSB, AM 750 and 95.5. WSB News Time is 8:01. The rush of the holidays continues to be the top story across the continental United States. Flights have been delayed due to winter storms impacting the northeastern United States. While it is currently unknown if there are any further delays coming in from elsewhere at the present moment, the holiday travel here in Atlanta has been, safe to say, an interesting time to say the least, as reports involving a group with unknown intentions has come in within the past week or so. While it is not known at this time if they are intent on holiday travel, authorities are advising residents to remain vigilant in the overnight hours due to the possibility of unknown individuals entering locations. Stay tuned to News Talk WSB for further information.
This is the NOAA Weather Radio All Hazards, KJY 85 broadcasting from the Iredell County Emergency Communications Tower in Mooresville, North Carolina, operating on a frequency of 162.525 MHz. This transmitter is serving the foothills and southern Piedmont of North Carolina. The current time is 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. These are the 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time observations for the Charlotte metropolitan area on Monday, December 24th. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Charlotte Police Department. Suspicious packages have been reported in residences around Charlotte. It is currently unknown where these packages originated from. However, there is a possibility that these packages may be the size of bombs. Further investigations will confirm if this is the case. For now, residents in Charlotte should not open these packages unless told otherwise. Continue to monitor local media outlets for further information. These are the 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time observations for the Charlotte metropolitan area on Monday, December 24th. This is NOAA Weather Radio All Hazards, WNG 538 broadcasting from a tower on Grandmother Mountain, near Leanville, North Carolina, operating on a frequency of 162.450 MHz. This transmitter is serving the northern foothills and northern mountains of North Carolina. The current time is 11:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. These are the 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time observations for Western North Carolina on Monday, December 24th. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Spruce Pine Police Department. A suspicious package has been spotted near the Spruce Pine City Hall. At this time, while it is currently unknown what the package may contain, residents across Spruce Pine and the surrounding area should not approach any suspicious package until they are assessed by local authorities. Stay tuned to local media outlets for further information. These are the 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time observations for Western North Carolina on Monday, December 24th.
The civil authorities have issued a local area emergency for Cuyahoga, beginning at 12:01 a.m. and ending at 6:01 a.m. Suspicious packages reported in residences around the Cleveland vicinity. It is currently unknown where these packages originated from or who had dropped them off. However, residents in Cleveland should not approach these packages, as there exists the possibility of them being explosive devices. If you spot a suspicious package in the vicinity of your residence, dial 911 immediately. Monitor local media outlets for further information.
The current time is 12:50 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is NOAA Weather Radio WWG-57 originating from the National Weather Service Forecast Office in Cleveland. We supply the latest available information for the Central Highlands over station WWG-57 from Butler on a frequency of 162.450 MHz. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Knox County Emergency Management. A suspicious package has been reported near Fredericksburg City Hall. It is currently unknown where this package originated from or who left it there. There are also reports of suspicious packages inside residences across the vicinity of Fredericksburg as well. Residents in the vicinity of Fredericksburg should not approach these packages, as they may pose a potential threat. Continue to monitor local media outlets for further information. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Knox County Emergency Management.
A civil authority has issued a civil danger warning for the following counties/areas, all of Georgia, effective until 7:40 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Suspicious packages near Christmas stockings have been reported in residences in the vicinity of the following locations: Albany, Atlanta, Athens, Augusta, Brunswick, Columbus, Macon, Rome, Savannah, and Waycross. These suspicious packages have been confirmed to have a large label indicating Happy Holidays or Santa on them. In addition, similar suspicious packages have been reported in the following states: Florida, Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, New York, North Carolina, and South Carolina. If you are in any of these states and spot any of these packages, do not attempt to open them, as they are confirmed to be the size of bombs. It is also possible that some of these bombs may have nuclear capabilities. Pending confirmation of this, if you are in any of the states that were mentioned, set a fallout shelter immediately, as fallout can spread over a large area. Fallout is a byproduct of nuclear weapons. Exposure for a short period can lead to illness, while prolonged exposure can lead to almost certain death. Make sure you have an adequate supply while in your shelter. This supply should include food, water, medication, clothing, and a radio operated by batteries. Local stations will continue to provide further information for your area. Continue to monitor local media outlets for further information and be prepared to take further action if necessary.
You are listening to NOAA Weather Radio, All Hazards, station WXL 50. This transmitter serves portions of southeastern North Carolina and portions of northeastern South Carolina on a frequency of 162.475 MHz from St. Paul's, North Carolina. For detailed weather information for your location, including extended forecasts and additional observations, visit the National Weather Service, Wilmington's, website at www.weather.gov/ILM. And now taking a look at the forecast for Lumberton and the surrounding area. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Robeson County Sheriff's Office. A suspicious package on the verge of detonating has been reported near Lumberton, and residents should find immediate shelter as soon as possible. Remember to take food, water, medication, clothing, and a radio operated by batteries, in addition to a gas mask rated NBC or CBRN. Local stations will remain on the air to provide further information on this dangerous situation. Continue to monitor local media outlets for further information. And now taking a look at the forecast for Lumberton and the surrounding area. The following message is transmitted at the request of local authorities. Packages of a suspicious nature have been reported in areas near the Research Triangle, including Raleigh, Durham, Dunn, and Chapel Hill. Residents should find shelter immediately, as these packages are on the verge of detonation. Remember to take food, water, clothes, medication, and a radio operated by batteries. If needed, broadcast will continue on 6:80 a.m. For now, stay tuned for further information as it becomes available. You're listening to NOAA weather radio stations W, X, K, 56, and K, P, South, 506, originating from the National Weather Service office in Peachtree City, and transmitting from Athens on a frequency of 162.4 MHz and from Washington on a frequency of 162.5 MHz. The listening area includes the following counties: Banks, Barrow, Clark, Albert, Franklin, Greene, Hall, Hart, Jackson, Madison, Morgan, Oconee, Oglethorpe, Tolliver, Walton, and Wilkes. Visit our website at weather.gov/Atlanta for the latest weather information, including watches and warnings. You can also like your Peachtree City National Weather Service on Facebook or follow us on Twitter at NWS Atlanta. The current time is 3:40 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Hall County Emergency Management. An explosion has been reported near Gainesville, which has released a dangerous substance into the air. In addition, a large fire has also broken out at the residence where the explosion occurred, and it is possible that the blaze may spread the substance into the air. Due to the extensive reports of explosions in the area, residents in Hall County and vicinity should shelter in place immediately for their safety. A shelter-in-place order requires you to go inside, close all windows and doors, turn off heating and ventilation systems, and seal up any cracks, if at all possible. If you are within county borders, be prepared for further instructions as they become available. Currently, wind direction is from the west, and it is possible that this fire may rapidly spread as a result. Continue monitoring local media outlets for further information on this dangerous situation. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Hall County Sheriff's Office. An immediate evacuation order has been issued for residents east of Interstate 985 as a result of a large fire located west of the interstate. This large fire also has been reported to contain a dangerous substance as well. Wind direction is coming from the west, and it is possible that this fire may spread eastward as a result. Residents should evacuate north or south, as westward travel is not recommended. When evacuating, do the following: lock up any doors and windows, and seal up any cracks in your current residence, if at all possible. Make sure you have an adequate supply, such as food, water, medication, a radio operated by batteries, and a gas mask rated NBC or CBRN, due to the potential danger the substance poses. Local stations will keep you informed on this dangerous situation. Finally, stay calm during this situation. It is important to note that panic will only worsen the situation at hand. Repeat, residents east of Interstate 985 should immediately evacuate, as there is a threat of an eastward spread of a fire containing a dangerous substance. If you have not done so already, leave immediately. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Hall County Emergency Management. An explosion has been reported near Gainesville, which has released a dangerous substance into the air. In addition, a large fire has also broken out at the residence where the explosion occurred, and it is... The current time is 3:01 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is NOAA Weather Radio KHB 59 originating from the National Weather Service Forecast Office in Cleveland. We supply the latest available information for Northeast Ohio over station KHB 59 from Chesterland on a frequency of 162.550 MHz. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Cuyahoga County Emergency Management and the Cleveland Police. A large explosion has been reported near Detroit Parkway and Ohio City. While it is currently unconfirmed at this time if the explosion was nuclear in nature, residents within a 100-mile radius of Cleveland should find a fallout shelter immediately, as fallout can spread over a large area. Fallout is a byproduct of nuclear...
You are listening to Jet Radio 1400. The time is now 3:10. We are still continuing to follow an extremely dangerous situation that is unfolding across the eastern United States, with incidents reported from as far south as Macon, Georgia, to as far north as Cleveland, Ohio. While it is currently unconfirmed if any of these explosions are nuclear in nature, eyewitness accounts several hundred miles outside of Cleveland reported seeing a large mushroom cloud rising into the night sky. There was also an explosion reported in Gainesville, Georgia, which has resulted in a fire that has since started to spread east of Interstate 985 in the vicinity of eastern Gainesville. I'm being told now that we have a correspondent, Alex Dufresne, at the ready, as we appear to be receiving a rather disturbing news bulletin that has come in from the wire. Alex, care to elaborate?
Well, Scott, we just received this disturbing news bulletin not too long ago. At around 3:07 a.m., there was confirmation of a nuclear explosion having occurred in the city of Cleveland. This corroborates with eyewitness accounts from as far west as Toledo, Ohio to as far east as here in Erie, whom reported a bright flash of light, followed by a mushroom cloud slowly beginning to ascend into the atmosphere. We haven't managed to establish contact with authorities in Cuyahoga County at the present moment. However, one eyewitness account in Cam's Corner was at his residence wrapping a gift when he noticed a bright flash of light outside of his residence. He has since managed to evacuate to areas further south of the blast radius.
Alex, what exactly could these eyewitness accounts indicate?
Well, Scott, what I can say is that these eyewitness accounts can, disturbingly enough, only describe one thing, as these indications are the city of Cleveland is a total loss at the present moment. However, this is unconfirmed in
Alex, we're going to have to interrupt you here for a moment, as we have just received a message from authorities in Crawford and Erie counties. If you are in either of these counties, please listen carefully.
A civil authority has issued a civil danger warning for the following Pennsylvania counties, Crawford and Erie, effective until 9:11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. There has been a nuclear detonation in the city of Cleveland. At 3:01 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, a nuclear bomb contained inside a package detonated in the city of Cleveland, destroying the city. At this time, residents in western Crawford and Erie counties should seek a fallout shelter now. Fallout is a byproduct of nuclear weapons. Brief exposure can lead to illness, while prolonged exposure carries fatal consequences.
When detonation occurs, it will only take a minute for effects of radioactive fallout to spread to nearby areas. Make sure that you have enough adequate supplies, such as food, water, clothing, medication, a gas mask-rated NBC, or CBRN, and a radio operated by batteries. Local stations will provide further information as it becomes available. Continue to monitor local media outlets for further information on this dangerous situation.
WJET serves the Erie and Crawford operational area. Stay tuned for further coverage.
This is NOAA Weather Radio All Hazards, WNG 538 broadcasting from a tower on Grandmother Mountain, near Leanville, North Carolina, operating on a frequency of 162.450 megahertz. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Spruce Pine Police Department. Confirmation of a nuclear threat contained in the package found in the city has been received, and residents in Spruce Pine and the surrounding vicinity should seek a fallout shelter immediately, as fallout can spread over a large area. Remember to take food, water, clothing, medication, a gas mask-rated NBC or CBRN, and a radio operated by batteries. Local stations will remain on the air for as long as possible. Stay tuned for further information on this dangerous situation as it unfolds. This is NOAA Weather Radio All Hazards, WNG 538 broadcasting.
Oh my God. So, funny story. I was just sleeping and my zone guard decided to wake me up for something. I have no idea what it is. It's like 3 in the morning, and my zone guard wakes me up for something that I don't even know. All it did was 1050 hertz, then I heard static.
Must be another episode of Today in Possessed Zone Guards.
Yeah, I even got my laptop out to check what it was, but I didn't see anything. But, yeah. So yeah, there's that. My zone guard is probably possessed.
As usual.
Yeah, it's always possessed, but yeah. Anyway.
On that note, did you hear about the explosion in Cleveland?
Yes, I did hear about that. I'm like, holy shit, man. Like, the whole city of Cleveland was completely decimated.
Decimated is an understatement. I'd say...
It's gone.
Eviscerated.
It's gone, dude. It's fucking gone.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, what about the explosion in Fredericksburg?
Yeah, I heard about that. I hope a friend of mine's okay. If he even survived, that is.
Same. I mean, well, actually, Katie is okay. Even though she does not live in, even though she doesn't live in Cleveland, the fallout can still spread, but she is totally fine.
Yeah, it can spread over a large area.
Yeah, she is totally fine. Katie sent me a photo of what Cleveland looked like. She was there. She was there when the fucking bomb exploded.
Oh my God.
And she got a photo of it and everything.
Oh my God.
So she dodged one big-ass bullet on that one.
Mm-hmm.
After the explosion occurred, she just went immediately back to frickin'... God. She just went back to Portage County.
Alright.
She just messaged me, by the way. She's still... Me and her are still talking about the bomb. You know, the bomb explosion in Cleveland. She's still messaging me and such.
Yeah.
I'll get back to her soon, but... yeah. I still have no idea what my zone guard went off for anyway. You think it was something over weather.gov?
Oh my god.
What?
I think I may know what it went off for.
What? What is it? What did it go?
Civil danger.
Say that again?
Civil danger warning. Mitchell County.
For what?
Suspicious packages. Confirmation of a nuclear threat.
I feel like I'm gonna faint, dude. I feel like I'm gonna faint, dude.
I'm not making this up. There has been confirmation of a nuclear threat.
In Spruce Pine.
Yes, in Spruce Pine.
You gotta be fucking kidding me!
No, I am not kidding.
And they still have no idea who did it?
No idea whatsoever.
What the fuck, dude? Oh my fucking god, dude. I'm fucked. I'm fucked. I don't know where to go. What? Why?
It's some type of fake beeping noise.
I hear it too.
I don't know where exactly it's coming from, but oh my god.
What? What is it, dude? What is it?
It's nearby.
What? Find it. What is it?
I don't know where the hell it's at. Go. Go.
What is it?
It's one of those packages.
Get rid of it. Get rid of it.
I can't. Go.
I can't go anywhere! I can't go anywhere! Dude, throw it out! Ow! There. Fuck. No. Oh God.
The civil authorities have issued a shelter-in-place warning for Fulton, GA, beginning at 3:21 a.m. and ending at 9:21 a.m. This is a shelter-in-place warning from the Atlanta Police Department. An explosion has been reported near the state capitol, which may have released potentially hazardous materials into the air. As a precautionary measure, residents within 10 blocks of the state capitol should shelter in place immediately. Go inside, close all windows and doors, turn off heating and ventilation systems, and make sure cracks are sealed, if at all possible. Remember to take adequate supplies to your shelter as well. If you have an emergency, dial 911. Otherwise, do not use the telephone. Continue to monitor local media outlets for further details.
This is the NOAA Weather Radio All Hazards, WXJ-21 broadcasting from the SCETV Tower on Paris Mountain in Greenville County, operating on a frequency of 162.550 MHz. This transmitter is serving the upstate of South Carolina. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Greenville County Emergency Management. This is an important message for residents within 50 miles of Greenville and the surrounding radius. A package on the verge of detonation has been located near the whole town, and residents within 50 miles of Greenville should find a fallout shelter immediately. In fact, because of the near threat, do not wait to seek immediate shelter. Remember to take food, water, clothes, medication, a gas mask, and a radio operated by batteries. Local stations will keep you informed on this life-threatening situation. Continue to monitor local media outlets for further information. This is the NOAA Weather Radio All Hazards, WXJ-21 broadcasting from the SCETV Tower on Paris Mountain in Greenville County, operating on a frequency of 162.550 MHz. This transmitter is serving the upstate of South Carolina.
You are listening to 104.3 WBBQ FM. Emergency programming is currently in effect due to an extremely dangerous situation that has unfolded within the past several hours across several states east of the Mississippi. Here is the latest update on the situation. As of 3:59 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, there are reports of attacks that have occurred across portions of the southeastern United States and across portions of the midwestern United States, with one confirmed detonation in Cleveland, Ohio. While this cannot be confirmed at the present moment, authorities have advised residents to immediately seek shelter as a precautionary measure due to hazardous materials spreading eastward toward... Oh no. What is this? Stand by. Stand by. Stand by. Stand by. Oh God! Emergency action notification!
A representative of the President will be speaking shortly. Good morning. I am a representative of the President, as he is currently away from the Capitol at this time. This is not a test. As of 4:01 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I have been authorized to give the following statement. At 3:59 a.m., we received word of a crippling attack on several major cities across the east coast of the United States. Several detonations of nuclear weapons have occurred in Macon, Atlanta, Greenville, Spruce Pine, Cleveland, and Louisville. In addition, there have been reports of explosions releasing hazardous materials in the following states: Alabama, Florida, Georgia, Indiana, Kentucky, Maryland, North Carolina, Ohio, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia, and West Virginia. Regardless of where you are, if you are across the east coast of the United States, you should find immediate shelter, as wind direction is spreading in from the west, and is expected to carry radioactive fallout and chemical hazards eastward. Fallout is a byproduct of nuclear weapons. Prolonged exposure carries fatal consequences. It will only take a minute for effects to spread to nearby areas after detonation occurs. Make sure you have a battery-powered radio, in addition to food, water, clothing, medication, and a gas mask during your stay in the shelter. Official news sources in your area will have information and will transmit updates as they become available. While we may be crippled by this attack, we will recover, and we will not rest until those responsible are brought to justice. That is all I am authorized to say at this time. Thank you.
are listening to News Radio 1020 KDKA. I'm Scott Tempest. KDKA News Time 410. A federal investigation has commenced in an attempt to bring those responsible for detonations of devices from as far north as Cleveland, Ohio, to as far south as Tampa, Florida, to justice. In addition, some devices, including the one in Cleveland, have been confirmed to be nuclear in nature. Authorities in areas affected by nuclear devices should not return to areas that were impacted by the detonations of nuclear devices or bombs containing hazardous materials until the all clear is given by authorities in your local area. We now go to our correspondent, Red Hayworth, for further information.
I am standing outside the Capitol building in Harrisburg, where an emergency session of the Pennsylvania State Congress has just wrapped up following confirmation of nuclear detonations in Georgia, North Carolina, Kentucky, and Ohio. At this time, there is confirmation of cooperation with the federal authorities and their investigation into the perpetrators responsible for detonations of devices, be it chemical or nuclear, across the eastern half of the United States. Further information regarding that matter is being withheld at this time. However, authorities across the United States, including Pennsylvania, are requesting that residents that are not affected as a result of these detonations should remain at home throughout the day today, as martial law is in effect until further notice as of 5 minutes ago. Wait a minute, is that a... Oh God!
Red, what's going on at the Capitol?
Scott, I think I may have just seen an explosion to the southeast of the Capitol building. I better get to shelter. I'll report further on this later.
Understood, Red. Do keep in touch.
Will do.
We just got confirmation of another explosion to the southeast of the Capitol building in Harrisburg. It is currently unknown if the weapon is chemical or nuclear in nature at this time. However, wind direction appears to be carrying any potential hazards east. We will continue to provide further information on this dangerous situation as it becomes available. For now, any instructions that are issued by local authorities should be heeded, as it is currently unknown where this group of individuals will strike next. Stay tuned to News Radio 1020 KDKA for further coverage.
We have emergency response crews in the area, along with fire, police, and EMS in the area as well. This is an extremely dangerous and life-threatening situation. An explosion has just been reported near the Capitol building in Harrisburg to the southeast. It is currently unknown if this weapon is chemical or nuclear in nature, but this is an extremely dangerous situation. Everyone is running in the opposite direction of the Capitol building. There is smoke and fire and debris. There is havoc. This place is havoc right now. There's a bunch of chaos all around me as I...
A civil authority has issued a law enforcement warning for the following counties or areas: Cumberland and Dauphin at 4:11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, effective until 10:11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Law enforcement near Harrisburg are encouraging residents in both counties to seek shelter immediately. An explosion has been reported near the Capitol building, and police are looking for suspects last spotted near the Dauphin County line. The first suspect weighs 5 feet 11 inches tall, 180 pounds, and has black hair and blue eyes. The second suspect weighs 6 feet tall, 190 pounds, and has blonde hair and hazel eyes. These suspects were last seen in a Ford Crown Victoria with license .2512FI, and are considered armed and extremely dangerous. If you spot the suspects, you are requested to contact law enforcement immediately. Stay tuned to local media outlets for further information.
At the Capitol building, it is still unknown at this time if it was a chemical or nuclear weapon in nature at this time. The wind direction is still towards the east at this time, and I am just learning now. Hold on a second. I'm being handed something by one of my producers at the current moment. Oh, Lord. Situation update, apparently. The suspects are now in a high-speed pursuit in the Ford Crown Victoria that they were driving. So, a warning should be coming over the end deck anytime soon. Just don't know where it is yet. But yeah, the suspects that are responsible for the explosion near the Capitol building are apparently in a high-speed pursuit. And it looks like they might be headed towards the city of Wilkes-Barre, and it could be coming over the wire pretty soon. And there goes the end deck. Stand by as we activate the emergency alert system for a shelter-in-place warning.
Shelter-in-place warning for Luzerne County. Heavily armed suspects wanted in connection to attacks across the southeast and Midwest have been spotted on Interstate 81 in a high-speed pursuit towards Wilkes-Barre. Residents across Hazelden, Mountain Top, Wangola, and Wilkes-Barre should immediately seek shelter, as incidents involving automobiles being riddled with ammunition have been reported. If you are on Interstate 81 traveling towards Hazelden, Mountain Top, Wangola, and Wilkes-Barre, pull off the road and find immediate shelter to protect yourself from these dangerous individuals. Continue to monitor local media outlets for further information.
You are listening to WILK News Radio, and the time is 5:55. This is an update to the previous advisories or warnings that were issued by local authorities through the emergency alert system. Extremely dangerous suspects wanted in connection to widespread attacks ranging from Cleveland to the Georgia-Florida line have been spotted in a high-speed pursuit towards Wilkes-Barre. Authorities have since advised residents in the metro to shelter in place, as there have been reports of cars traveling on both directions having been riddled with bullets from these dangerous suspects. An eyewitness account that came in about 30 minutes ago reported that these suspects had also traded gunfire with authorities that were in pursuit of them as they traveled towards Wilkes-Barre. Wait, News Justin, reports indicate that a vehicle fitting the description of the one operated by these dangerous individuals has crashed just outside the Parsons neighborhood, and authorities are converging on it. On that note, in correlation to the news bulletins coming into our newsroom, we do have a message to relay from local authorities. Stand by as we activate the emergency alert system.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Luzerne County Sheriff's Office. A dangerous situation is currently unfolding near the Parsons District in Wilkes-Barre. Extremely dangerous suspects wanted in connection to events unfolding across the east coast of the United States have confirmed that they are in possession of a package, which is containing a bomb similar to the ones detonated across the east coast. At this time, it is currently unknown if the bomb has nuclear capabilities. However, residents within 50 miles of Wilkes-Barre should seek immediate shelter. The bomb squad has been called in to attempt to disable the weapon. In addition, Parsons District is closed until the situation can be assessed. Continue to monitor local media outlets for the latest updates and further information on this dangerous situation.
WILK serves Wilkes-Barre and the surrounding vicinity. Stay tuned for further coverage on this extremely dangerous situation.
The civil authorities have issued a civil danger warning for Lisbon, PA, beginning at 7:30 a.m. and ending at 1:30 p.m. This is an update to the situation in Lisbon and surrounding counties. Suspects wanted in connection with the detonation of weapons across the southeast and Midwest have been killed in a shootout with local authorities and the National Guard after a 2-hour standoff. However, the threat from the device located in the Parsons neighborhood continues to pose a civil danger for residents in Lisbon and surrounding counties. Nuclear emergency search teams have been called in to investigate if the device is similar to the bomb detonated in Cleveland. Residents are advised to remain in shelter until otherwise noted. Again, the threat from the device continues, and residents should remain in shelter until the all clear is given. Monitor local media outlets for further details.
This is an administrative message from the Wilkes-Barre Police. The civil danger to Wilkes-Barre and the entirety of Luzerne County, in addition to counties surrounding Luzerne County, is over. The bomb that the suspects claim to be in the possession of has been successfully defused, and it is safe to exit your shelters. However, residents are still asked to report any suspicious activity to the Luzerne County Emergency Management or the Wilkes-Barre Police Department.
You are listening to KYW News Radio 1060, all news and all that matters to you. KYW News time is 9:10. Investigations have led to the discovery of a compound in rural Mississippi. At this time, it is currently unknown if this is the exact location of where suspects that were killed 2 hours ago in Wilkes-Barre, in addition to the bomb that was defused just minutes ago, came from. Regardless, authorities have stated that they are intent on taking no chances once valuable information has been gathered. In the meanwhile, suspects that were outside of areas when devices were detonated in the attacks were detained for questioning in an attempt to get further information. What was said has been withheld at this time. For now, however, residents are requested to report any suspicious activity throughout the day today. Stay tuned to KYW News Radio 1060 for further information. You are currently listening to WTKS, and the time is 9:45. After 35 minutes, a group responsible for attacks across the eastern United States has been taken down in a raid conducted in a joint operation between federal and state authorities.
This raid had occurred on a compound located to the north of Gulfport, Mississippi at around 8:15 a.m. local time after enough information on this group, identified as Composite Santa Incorporated, was gathered in a joint investigation by the FBI and the CIA. At this time, what authorities can confirm is that this eliminates any future potential attacks across the eastern United States. Authorities are requesting that residents across the continental United States remain vigilant throughout the day and report any suspicious sightings of further incidents to local authorities, who will relay them to the government.